Last week, we reported on an international conference on Alzheimer's disease, where scientists presented new information on the diagnosis, treatment, maybe even prevention. Some exciting things came out of that conference, and News 4's Dr. Peter Ostro is here to break some of it down for us. And of course, it's a disease we're all afraid of. Doctor?
It is a fearsome disease. Millions of people are afflicted, and so far there's not much we can do about it, but we're learning more, and the more we know, the closer we are to beating it. One of the most striking things reported was the presence of a protein called TDP-43 that accumulates in the brain. We've long known about two other proteins, beta amyloid and tau, that are involved in Alzheimer's. But here's a microscopic view of the brain with tau colored red and TDP-43 colored green. That combination is really important.
For the very first time here, we have evidence that when a human has TDP-43 protein also, they are 10 times more likely to have memory problems.
It's also important in other diseases with dementia. On the right side, you see in orange the places where TDP-43 is found in people with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, who are not demented. On the left, you see it accumulates much more widely if dementia is part of the disease. That's a real target for further study. One group presented a new eye test which may be able to detect amyloid in the retina years before a person becomes demented. That would give us time to try to prevent it or slow it down, and there's been progress on that end also. A small, well-controlled study showed that a drug that's already in use for rheumatoid arthritis may be able to slow the progress of dementia. It seems to work, but of course needs more testing. And for the first time, there's evidence from a well-controlled study that lifestyle interventions, that's right, the same things we recommend for heart disease, can truly prevent cognitive impairment. Now, that was tested on more than 1,200 people in their 60s and 70s, so older when they began. And after 2 years, those who followed recommended lifestyle changes did much better on several tests of mental function. Now, the study's still going on, of course, but you don't have to wait. You can start taking care of yourself now.
Well, and that leads me to my question, which is, if we can find out earlier that we might be susceptible to this, we might get it, what good would that do us? What can we do?
I think it'll do a lot of good. 90% of the drugs that have been tried against Alzheimer's disease don't work. There are good biologic reasons why they should work, but they don't. If we started using them earlier, there's a pretty good chance that they would succeed because they really are well designed. We just are giving the disease a head start, if you will.
Okay, so you could cut off that time and get into it a little earlier.
I hope so.
Then. Great.
But don't wait. Lifestyle changes work. Start using them now.
We're ready. All right. Thank you so much, Doctor.